Hey everybody, so it's late at night on April the 28th, and Dryden House just launched a new book tonight. We launched a horror collection, and that was fun because I had some of my very favorite authors in the whole world all together on a Google Hangout a little bit ago, and that's always fun. As much as we work with a lot of different people, and we stay very busy with Dryden, a lot of times I just don't get to see people. I really feel like I've become friends with the authors and the artists that we work with, and sometimes just because of the way life works, I don't see people for months. A Laura Conrad sighting. I think I see Bigfoot more often than I actually get to talk to Laura Conrad. And she was there tonight, and Kitty was there tonight. She's always so delightful to talk to, and Eugene was there, and so we had a really nice time. And of course, Tracy was there, and Tracy's my very good friend who I do talk to all the time. So um, anyway, just it had a really great vibe, and I'm just really exhausted, but I kind of had the urge to talk about what's going on. I kind of I don't know. There's been a kind of a funny deal where there were all these videos that I did when I first decided that I was going to transition. I recorded some videos, for my daughter, and I was so excited that I had finally started transition, and I wanted to record a video to her just every day, telling her what else had happened since yesterday. And I guess in a way, probably that was me kind of trying to reassure myself. I wanted to put myself on camera and look at me and go, "You're really going to do this. You're really going to do this. This is really going to happen." Um, and now that it's real, now that I'm out and moving forward, I don't feel the kind of pressure to record it all. But something about this evening kind of got me feeling soft. So sentimental, maybe, I don't know. So here's just a kind of a late night update. I got a job, and it's a really big job. I got a job as a business systems analyst for a major software. They both do software development and software as a service and hosting as a service and a lot of other services in the insurance market. And they're big peeps. They're big peeps, and it was really strange because the recruiter who helped me get the job, when I interviewed with her, I interviewed as male, and then I told her, look, but you need to know something. When you start talking to my contacts, they all know me as Katie. Nobody knows my male name anymore, or at least nobody uses it. Those people that know it haven't used it in forever, And she was really hip with it, and just immediately started calling me Katie and asked for my pronouns, and you know really fantastic. Her name's Tracy Skelton, by the way, and I'm not at all afraid to say great things about her. But then when we got talking about this particular company and going in for this interview and sort of the scope of the job, I said, okay, well, I think I'll do the same thing that I did with you. I'll go in and interview as male, and then I'll tell them, well, the interview went really well. I mean, it just felt really solid, and I didn't tell them. I left having presented as male the whole time, which was just kind of a surreal experience. I had on a tie and a business suit. It was just like, oh, what am I doing in these clothes? It's like I'm having an acid flashback or something. Um, but then on Facebook, this woman that I know from the comic book world messaged me, and she said, "Hey, did you get a job with us?" I said, "Yeah, I didn't even know she worked there." And she goes, "Oh, well, I'm supposed to be training you, but um, they have your mail name. Do you want me to fix that?" And I was like, "What? I don't know. I don't know." So I'm going to get weepy. Um, so this started this chain of conversation that ended up with me on the phone with the director of HR from this program. And the director of HR was just like, well, you'll come in as you, and you'll dress as appropriate for you, and you'll use the bathroom that's appropriate for you, and that's just the end of it. So I showed up for the first day of orientation. you know oh my god, I don't do this very much anymore. I'm much better, but I just showed up as me, and I didn't have to act male, and I didn't have to wear boring ass, stupid, smelly man clothes, and it was so funny, because that first day everybody was like, "Who is that sitting behind you?" I don't know. But just within, you know, today was my third day. Today was my fourth day. People are forgetting. People are already forgetting. The people that I'm training with, I'm going through training with a whole group, and they've pretty much forgotten. And people in the hall, there are still new people you'll see during the day. So I go, and it's somebody who hasn't seen me before, but it's so fast that people forget. It's a novelty, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really have much impact. And when I go into meetings and we're talking about, we had two different training schedules, and at first I was the only person on mine, and then they figured out that some of the other people should be on mine too. And so this whole conversation broke out about, okay, well, I'm putting you guys on Katie's schedule because she's taking the classes straight through, and since you all are staying here, you can go through with her and just shadow her, get a copy of the one that she's got, and blah 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 blah. And I was just like, this person, my supervisor, will never refer to me as he. I'm sure at this point, if you ask her what my male name was, she would remember it. But the only place that it exists in that system is in the payroll system. If you email me, you email Katie. And if you instant message me, you instant message Katie. And if I'm, hosting a meeting or attending a meeting, it's Katie. There's no knowledge of my male identity over there, except turns out that Maggie, who rescued me, knows it. But it was just so amazing, because it was as if at the moment when I sort of lost my nerve, right? I've got to have this job. I really want this job. This is a fantastic opportunity for me. Maybe I'm going to sell out Katie and then figure out how to, reintroduce her. My hair looks appalling. Anyway, I'll sell out Katie and figure out how to reintroduce her later. Nature said, the great karma in the sky said, well, then we're going to have somebody at SE2 call you so that you can continue your transition, But this job is, I'm going to be able to schedule to get my face lasered just after a paycheck or two. I kind of need a full paycheck cycle to get my bills in order, balanced, so on and so forth. But immediately I will have money in my budget to begin to fix things, whether it's the house, which needs fixing, or my face, which needs fixing, or whatever. And then the promotion opportunities are fabulous, and it's a growing industry, and blah, 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 blah. But I couldn't even cower it out if I wanted to, and I just, it's freedom. It's freedom. It's the, all those videos that show up on Facebook about this animal that's been in a cage all its life, and then they finally send it to a shelter or whatever. Just, the world couldn't possibly do anything awful to me because, I've been deeper and further, and now I'm free, Tracy keeps telling me how happy I am. She keeps saying, you needed to transition. You needed to become Katie. And it's almost like I can't get the depth of how far I've come. I'm only 10 months, into a 3-month process. And I'm wearing a B cup already in the first year, and I have this job that is more money than I've ever made in my life, and more opportunities for growth, and more exciting challenges than I've ever had in my life. Dryden House is going really well, and just a peace in my head. I was trying to remember something, really important from all the traumas of my childhood yesterday when I was talking to Tracy, and I was like, the the and it was gone. I hadn't kept it alive in my head enough to remember it at all. So uh, it's just Katie now. It's just Katie. I got paperwork ahead of me. I've got surgery ahead of me. I got a 1 year old I got to raise somehow. But the battle's over. The battle's been won. Hi, my name's Katie. Every day, all day, my name is Katie. None of those people know me as anybody else. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry, I ran out of things to say 10 minutes ago, but there's nothing really to say. It's just that moment. That moment. I said goodbye to that little guy in man clothes, what, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? I can't even remember what he was so angry about all that time. It's just, thank God, it's finally over. It's just over. It's just, my name's Katie. My name is Katie. What's your name, Katie? What's that? Who is that? That's Katie. Really? Katie, huh? Katie. Nobody else. Nobody else. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Hey, my name's Katie. I even kind of look a little bit like a Katie. It's going to take work, but you can see it. It's in there. And all the other changes too, my goodness. Anyway, I just love everybody today. I'm just having a great time with everything. All right, well, this is beyond hopeless babble, so I'm going to hang it up. But thanks for all of your support and for your thoughts. And come with me. I'm going to have a lot more adventures. Now I get to have my life instead of somebody else's life that I've been stuck in all these years. So we'll get out there and have some fun. Love you all.